this computer.
Yeah, that's working.
Okay. Welcome to the Juneteenth open mic of Garden Neuro Poetry Circle. And if you don't have a Juneteenth specific poem, just read a poem. And we will start with Susan. Susan, do you have any news to share before you read your poetry?
I do not have any news to share. I will just say that I've got 3 poems today, and one of them is new, 2 of them are older, and that's it. No particular news. So I will start with this one I wrote that's called Pawpaw, Mother Tree. So, and by way of just a little background, the pawpaw was a tree that was covered, North America was covered with them, and it was a sustenance food for the indigenous. And you don't see very many of them anymore, but I have some here. So this is a pawpaw. Mother tree, life giver, Asimina triloba, fruit does not appear for years, then only when in the presence of another. Juicy, nourishing, uterus-shaped jacket, short shelf life. Creature comfort, health-sustaining, all good things come from her, indigenous Pangean. Where has she gone? Slaughtered, burned, decimated, all for the recognition that a pawpaw will not survive a 6-week journey in a tall ship across the mighty Atlantic.
Nice.
Poetry snaps. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marla.
Yeah.
Have any news to share?
No, but I published five poems today. Is that news?
That's great. Wonderful.
News. Okay, so I'm going to read the first one, and it is called. These were all written in hospital. So this one is called "I'm Not Shouting." So you don't understand why I march, why I protest, when it makes no difference. It makes a difference to me. So you're puzzled by the meetings I attend, the time I spend volunteering, Black feminism, and all those other isms. They're important to me. I don't question why you find men in shorts kicking cowhide leather around a field so fascinating. No, I'm not shouting. This is the way I speak.
It's great. And so, Bisita, do you have any news to share?
I just kind of, sorry, I changed my mode. I was watching the cooking channel. I was watching the Pioneer Woman. And I do have a poem for Juneteenth, but I don't think it's completely accurate, so I don't think it's appropriate to read. Because I try to avoid, I know I feel uncomfortable saying this, but I try to avoid the news unless I absolutely have to, because it will trigger my non-epileptic seizures. Because it's a very quick stress response, but I feel like this is something that a lot of Black, Indigenous, people of color can relate to. And I'm biracial, but don't really get bothered. So it's complicated. But anyways, let me just open up my document. I'm just like, I'm just kind of all over the place this morning. I hope you can understand.
Yes.
I hope everybody's having a good-ish day today.
Yeah, I am.
It's only 10:15 here.
Here it is 6:15 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Are
my
you
days-
in Britain?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, lovely. My brother lives there. Or sorry, the UK.
Yeah.
My brother lives there.
Lovely.
He looks a little bit more South Asian than I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
I thought you were going to say cold. Because we all look cold in the country.
They say that Vancouver is the London of Canada.
Oh, okay. Is that where you are?
Yeah. And
All right. So it's cold there as well.
yes, it's very. It can be chilly, but I like it. So, so this poem, I just want to like throw up some content warnings. That it has mentions like being in a hospital, and it also mentions just like it mentions trauma, like the diagnosis of trauma. So if that's not for you today, then maybe you feel free to mute me as you please. And this is a new poem, and I'm very excited about it. And so I hope a journal picks it up. Okay. My therapist diagnoses me with complex trauma while Mercury is in retrograde. Together, we swing bats at my neat, compartmentalized moments of trauma. She asks, where does it hurt? My chest, my fist, my eyes. Here, here, here. Finally pouring out the wound up truth, pulled into a purple bow I called pretty. She sees me on the screen, a clusterfuck of Kleenex making a home on my bed. Nose dripping, glasses off, a smear of memories I painted with baby puke green. Rush to emergency, seen by every important person in a white coat. Switched back into place with stitched back into place with a swollen eye finally opening. Forget my nose was out of alignment. My spouse rushed out of the room as it was centered on my face. At Christmas, my spouse covered up my black eye with concealer so I could look normal in our matching black velvet jumpsuits. Babe, why did I fight so hard to graduate, to help people? Now I'm the one who needs help. 5 letters don't define me. Maybe it's true. Maybe the comeback will be stronger than the fallback.
Nice.
I hope that gets picked up too. Yeah. It deserves to.
Lovely.
Okay. This is kind of a raw, fresh poem. So I like to bring raw poems to open mic. It's called Juneteenth. We must remember, we must also know June 19th, 1865, was a day to celebrate when slaves became lives. How sad is this that it took such an event to give this freedom to lives freely given by the powers of the greatest over any man or woman. I struggle with how human breathing beings needed a date for their freedom. This date should have been the date of birth, birthrights to one nation under God. But wait, did mankind not think so when they dragged unwilling bodies across the sea? No, they did not. And what makes any of us think that freedom was truly gained on that date, June 19th, 1865? When we can see clearly, June 19th, 2021, people are still fighting for the right to be free. Celebrate that day, but remember this: true freedom will only come when one nation comes together and stops threatening those who should be free. Thank you. Susan.
So this is a new one, and it's called Freedom. And I actually started this one some time ago, but yesterday and today, Juneteenth inspired me. I started this one in April, actually. I didn't finish it until today. We are gone from this crazy dominance worshiping culture that holds us back, holds us down, steps on necks, steals our breath, kills our spirit, saps our souls, sucks our blood. We are gone from the crush this, got this, nailed it, power up, all in, beat this, win at any cost. We are gone from this right, wrong, good, bad, hold you back, make you wait, bind your hands, bind your feet, bind your body. We are moving into our steps, our minds, our bodies, our art, our choice, our lives, our freedom. We are creating our lives.
Thank you. Marla.
Okay, my next one is called Beginnings. They say to understand any relationship, you need only look at its beginnings. Who chased whom? The kissed versus the kisser? Who seemed more needy? Made things happen? When I glance back, honestly, I thought it was a one-night stand.
Thank you.
That makes me
Thea?
think of pathology.
And we're back to you, Sita.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't really come prepared properly. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I hope everybody's forgiving.
They're fine.
I'll read something from my upcoming chapbook if anybody's interested. Cool. I mean, so yeah. All right. So, okay. This poem is called I'll Have a Seizure with My Coffee on the Side.
Mhm.
I love the coffee shop down the street, the grinders, how people hide behind their laptops, drowning out the world with their headphones. Whales under the sea don't care how far down they are. The awe of how fast the baristas punch in my order, or how some of them have it memorized. I like consistency. It amazes me how they can work while conversation pours out of me like the coffee they pour for their patrons. How they smile at me because they're friendly or just paid to do it. I don't care. But did you know that the coffee shop is the best place out in the world to have a seizure? My seizures don't leave me staring off in one direction. One time I treated my mum and I to a coffee, and I felt the heavy pull of fatigue from my meds collapse to the ground. After I came to, my mom wiped up hot coffee from my chest using her favorite navy scarf. What was my own name? Where was I? Why were people taking pictures of me? The smell of coffee reeked all over my body. The floor was cold, clean, but too hard to fall on, right? Is any floor good to fall on? No. I fall without warning, and my head smacks the floor so hard, I feel my skull move.
That's my favorite poem of yours.
Oh, it's my favorite too.
Sita has her book launch a week from today.
Wow.
You're interested.
What time is it?
Pardon?
What time is it?
It is at 8 p.m. EST.
It's also,
And Marla, for international folks, it will be recorded
Great.
if you're interested.
Yeah, definitely.
also
Definitely will post it in the
Garden.
garden. Thanks, Susan. We said it at the same time.
Lovely.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Find my poem. This is one that gets actually requested, so I feel like I need to read it. It's called I Can't Breathe. There was this man, his name was George. He is still alive in many hearts, but this soul left not by his choice. In fact, he cried out, for the luxury of breath was taken from him. Lungs provide luxury of breath. This luxury is afforded to all who choose to breathe until a natural death, unless someone takes power away and someone is left begging to live, crying to his mother, I can't breathe. Thank you. Susan?
oh, I got another one. I always have another one. So this one I've read before. I kind of like this one. It's called Picking Scabs. When I was smaller, I would strap metal plates with wheels onto my dusty old shoes, go outside and skate fast as possible on those uneven sidewalks, concrete slabs, bent, heaving, uphill, downhill, uneven, shifting rivers of cracks. I would fall into the rivers. The wheels would get caught in their current, and I would tumble, knees falling onto the rocky, pitted surface of their banks. Scarred knee caps were my badge of freedom. Scabs so thick they mirrored those river cracks like Narcissus imagining himself. I'd pick them off. The grown-ups never stopped yelling at me, "Stop it, you'll get scars, they won't heal." But I knew deeply even then, No scab could cover up the scars already formed inside. And these scabs formed, picked, bled, reformed, repicked, bled, hardened, thickened, reminded me that freedom came from falling and healing came from bleeding, and being scarless was the ultimate impossibility.
Thank you. Marla?
Yeah. Okay, this one is called Choking. Choking. You didn't call last night to say sleep tight. By 3 in the morning, we were done, dusted, and divorced. I saw your message this morning, sent late. Good night, love. See you tomorrow. You aren't here with me, but this morning we renewed our wedding vows.
Thank you. Rita?
Thank you. Who's next?
I'll go.
Sita.
Okay. I was like getting something ready in case it was my turn.
Yeah, Marla was asking about who it was.
Okay. This one is called Consent is Elusive. I did it in a free writing workshop I did with my mentor that I've had since grade 3. I've been writing poetry since grade 3. And I showed it to my friend and he turned it into a backwards ghazal, but then Lisa and my mentor both liked it as the way it was. So we just kept it. Consent is elusive. Welcome to my home. This is my favorite pilly flannel, my seat on the Shea Lounge, and my favorite coffee mugs. Don't touch them. Welcome to my home, where I feel dizzy like riding a merry-go-round upside down for too long, where I forget to keep hydrated, and you will probably lean in too close to my halitosis. Welcome to my home, filled with concrete splitting headaches, losing myself in my third eye and forgetting how to utter a word. Welcome to my home, a squalor of chaos at my desk, early nights of melatonin, squish stuffed owl in my sleep, rolling over, riddled with anxiety. Welcome to my home. 5 letters, I was told, doesn't define me, but still takes up space in my being, not exactly sure where to store it. Welcome to my home, but not really, because I never actually invited you. You grabbed the keys, my coffee mug, my pilly flannel, my space on the couch. Welcome to my home. My therapist gave you my address, which will ever evolve because we are stuck together for good. No one ignores the wise words of a therapist. Welcome to my home. Space will be made somewhere. Look at my agenda. No changes will be made there. But make yourself welcome, as consent between us is elusive.
Thank you. Yes, I'll take us out with, do I want to read that one? No, I don't want to read that one. Just one second. I want to switch to a different poem. Thank you for your patience while I sort this. I'm actually going to read a totally different poem. And it's called Violets. I just wrote it yesterday. It was just a remnant in the bargain bin. Tiny violets were printed on a tight lino weave. I cut the facings and carefully handled the fabric. The most delicate effort produced a baby dress. Violets for sweet Violet, the baby new to us. A grand star in the soft light of dusk. That's it. Thank you all so much for coming to the Juneteenth poetry event. Does anybody have anything they want to share before we go?
Yes, I do.
I do.
Nancy, you go.
I actually found a poem that I wrote that I would like to share.
Wonderful.
And I recently did it after, I think, a conversation probably with Lisa. So I'll do this. Okay. It's called Words into Wool. I wonder about the words I hear explaining exactly what they do. Frogs sit in pots. The chaos becomes an unrecognizable coup. Words are used to distract, drop to knees and cry, oh, the robbery. Keep your eyes and ears over here. Please do not know your history. God must want this too, or we would not be here today, making the world perfect for some and able to look the other way. Snatched like the snake's spine, pulled from the meat by the vulture, avoiding every uncomfortable truth has become the culture. The frog will leave the warming water, spotting the words manipulated into wool. It is so much easier to fool people than to convince them they've been fooled. Does no one question the end game? What is all this and its purpose? History is being repeated. The goal is to usurp us. Tell us power is not within us. The promises of God are a mistake. Only our way of believing will a perfect new world make. But only for a chosen few, chosen not by me nor by you, the power of the people being taken away, and the people are told there's nothing you can do. Frogs jump from hot water. They know to avoid the danger, leaving the ignorant in the pot, believing the ice cubes of a stranger. Words they'll use like weapons against those in open exposure, and taught to use the lies like guns and knives and the bombs of a soldier. These are those who have not been to a place where lives are taken in brutal fashion before open eyes. Others will never again waken. Dumbed down for generations, even with the world at the tips of our fingers, will it take the frog to show us the way, or will history no longer need to linger?
Oh,
Thank you.
that was powerful.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lisa, for introducing me to and exposing me to so much wonderful poetry. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I have a fun poem if you want to close out with a fun poem.
Okay.
Well, let me
Do
read
it.
I've got 3 short ones I want to read.
Oh yeah, do it, Marla.
Okay, so this one is called Misled. Misled, misguided, misinformed, miserable. Misnomers, missives in the night, mistrustful, mistaken, misorientated, misattributed, misinterpreted, recollected, but only when I'm missing you. Honesty irks. I'm not sure I love you enough are words no one wants spoken aloud. I'd rather hear, I think I love you. I have enough love for the both of us. Or even, love is overrated, don't you think? Lies may harm, but honesty often hurts more. And finally, I would ask you if Those who don't ask don't get, my mother always said. That's why I haven't asked you yet. I think you do. I hope you do. But do you? I don't know. I just can. It's you I love.
Here.
Thank you.
Let's hear your fun. Let's hear your fun poem.
Okay.
Before Sita starts, I want to show something that just walked in the door.
Woo!
You know
Is that
what
her
this
book?
is?
Is that your
is
book?
the package of the proofs of Sita's book.
Ah! What? wait, show it on camera.
Huh?
Show.
See?
Oh my god.
Are you
Just
gonna
came in
open
the
it?
door.
Are you gonna open it?
Can you open it?
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
Oh, look at her. She's got it.
Don't
It's so
cry. Don't
exciting.
cry.
Can I show it?
Yeah.
Oh, she can cry. Yeah, it's okay.
Allowed to cry. Oh my God.
Oh, it's a little
She's
fuzzy.
teasing you. It's
Let me
lovely
take my
food.
blur off.
Yeah,
Let me
take your blur
the
off.
blur off my video.
Oh,
One
that's
second.
so nice. Wow.
It's
Yeah,
my
there we go.
baby.
Congratulations, Sita.
Come knocking on the
Whoa,
body's door.
Come
nice.
on.
That's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Well done.
Yeah.
Well, that couldn't have timed any better.
Oh my god. No.
Time.
No effing way. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
chill bumps.
Lisa has worked with me through this entire process, and I also have a graphic designer, local graphic designer who is like a family, and she did graphic designs to go with every poem.
Wonderful.
Because she's like, now that I've read all of your poems, I like feel like I know you better as a person. Because I always thought of you as like a younger girl, but like I have like a better sense of you now. You know, when people read your poetry. So,
That's fabulous.
Lovely.
oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's
Are
what
you going to be able to read your poem now?
sacred tears.
Sacred tears.
Yeah, sacred tears.
Oh, sacred tears, sacred tears.
Okay, so are you
We're
going to
going
read?
to have a private Zoom and go through these. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just like a fun, silly one. Well, it's not silly, but so this was in Sabrina Benheim's class. She's like, don't describe the poem, just read it. So I'm just gonna do it. It's called Montreal. Another bite of a peppermint patty, doing downward dog in Montreal again, while the harpist plucks tenderly at the strings, giggling with homemade face masks of oats and yogurt. I should have snapped a picture. Saskia at the burner while the morning sun blushed through the skylight, not squeezed the luscious grapefruit into the batter because my medication told me so. A squeal of excitement for a second date, someone home waiting for me, walking in awe and upside down in the underground mall, speaking a gentle amount of French to the understanding woman in the store. Dress after dress, the stall a disaster, settled on a teal one with purple and white flowers. I hope it lives in a trans person's closet now. I hope it brings them a pop of joy.
That's nice.
I literally did eat, take a bite of a York peppermint patty, and I was like brought there. And I was like, Saskia, oh my God, I'm sending this to you. She's like, I'm printing this off and putting this above my desk.
It's lovely.
Beautiful.
Thank you all. I gotta go. Thank you so much. I had a
Thank
great time.
you. Thank you for this
I'll be
poetry
right
break.
in the group later.
Thank you. Such a
Bye.
great
Everybody.
voice.
Bye.
Yeah, y'all.
Sita,
have
I'll be
good
talking to
voice.
you on Facebook.